This is a great track. The first time I've been out here on the big track, man, this is going to be a real high-speed track.
Chumpcar is a cheap, low-budget way of getting on a racetrack and do endurance racing, whether it's 8, 7 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours at some point. It's a way of getting on the racetrack and getting some lap times, getting some seat time, and actually compete at the same time, keeping it very low budget. For us, for our team, Chumpcar is an opportunity to get together with friends who share your same passion.
The future of camera car right here. He might have better facial hair when he's old. He might have better facial hair when he's old.
Very low budget vehicles, low budget builds. And as far as modifications go, you're allowed to do anything safety-wise. You're allowed to spend as much money as you want on safety upgrades in order to keep yourself and your teammates safe on track.
For this, I'm counting down the laps.
Not just you.
No, it always happens to just me.
It does just happen.
It's always freaking me.
You know why?
You bust the radio
Every 2
before you got it?
seconds. Did you see what that fucker did?
It's exciting.
Whenever you're doing any type of endurance racing, it's a big mind game. You have to have all your senses in it. You have to be patient to what you're doing. You're not trying to win a race on the first lap. The biggest obstacle is being patient out there and having all your drivers and the entire team on the same page. It's a long race. Sometimes teams get impatient. Your goal is to make it to the end of that event, not just have an issue early and then there goes your race, there goes your weekend.
Race is going well. Right now Eladio's in the car. Owner H1 Performance prepped the car for us, did a great job. Now he's on the track. I'm making up some spots right now.
It's coming right now. We're going to stick the nose of the car in the air.
We want to make sure that the first driver who's out there is always checking and making sure that all components are working properly. Vibration started early in the race, even as early as the first stint. Was pretty severe at times that will go away, so that made it very difficult to diagnose. We made up some positions that we had to. We were critical in the first outing, and the second and third driver were able to do the same.
Car's doing great. Tire wear is good. Taking fuel properly. Pace is good. So we'll have to see what the competition looks like.
Unfortunately, we didn't know the source of this vibration.
Left-hand turns, the car would start shuddering.
11 o'clock, third driver in or so, and it started getting worse and worse.
And then I was, very last lap, or the lap I came in, coming on the oval, 115, 120 miles an hour, into the brake zone, car shot straight towards the wall.
We had to come in several times to get that issue checked out, but nothing turned up.
On the brakes, try to keep it straight by turning far left. I was probably 2 feet from the wall. That was scary.
So Blaine just called in and radioed in saying that there's something wrong with the transmission.
And it turned out to be an axle problem on the passenger side. but nothing turned up, so we kept on sending the drivers out. So as we were coming in for our scheduled pit stops, each driver was getting in, and they were also reporting back as far as where the vibration was coming from, how often it was occurring. And so we had an idea. He had an issue where the axle came completely apart, and it left him stranded outside of the pits, and he had to get towed in.
Dispatch safety.
If we can fix it here, we can send it right back.
Well, last session before me, Cameron noticed a vibration in the front right wheel. I noticed the same vibration early in my stint, however my radio came dislodged, so I raced through it, it went away, came back real strong on the back roll about 115, pulled the wheels to the right. Obviously it was out of control, didn't do any damage to the car at that point, got it around the track, we stopped, we checked everything. I guess the axle actually backed out and came out of the joint. And we're in desperate search for an axle that'll fit.
Well, what other option could we do?
If the only option is to put that back in, I don't want to drive it anymore. I already know what it is.
Okay, Eladio.
We call it. We already been down for 2 hours.
All right, I guess we'll call it then.
Every driver had a chance to drive and to experience doing a night race under the lights at LVMS, part of the banking, which is great. Not a lot of people get to experience that. So I'm happy in that regard that everyone got a chance to drive. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the race. We got to about halfway through, and unfortunately, we had to retire the vehicle due to this mechanical problem. We had made a commitment to the team all the way to 2015 to the last race. It was very special and very sad at the very end. This, unfortunately, was our last scheduled event as a Chumpcar team. The opportunity to be part of such a great thing, even though it may be on a small scale, but with such a great group of people, is really special for me, and I'm very thankful to be part of this team with these guys.